Welcome back. It will be a big day at the state capitol. Governor Kevin Stitt will return to the chamber of the Oklahoma House this afternoon for his 5th State of the State address. Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell will be in the chamber for the speech as well.
He joins us live now from the Capitol before the big speech. Lieutenant Governor, thank you for joining us. What can we expect from that address today?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. We're very excited about today. You're going to hear a whole lot of big issues, from education to workforce initiatives to reducing taxes in the state of Oklahoma. Thankfully, Oklahoma right now, we've got a large amount of money in our rainy day fund, a lot of money coming into the state. I think it's our responsibility to give some of that money back to taxpayers, reducing the personal income tax to 3.99%, so under 4%. Will save the average family of 4 over $640 a year, and eliminating the state portion of the grocery tax. We could talk for a very long time, I'm sure, about how expensive things are at the grocery store, not just eggs. There's only a handful of states that still have a grocery tax. That's something that the governor called for last year, and he's calling for it again. And you'll hear that in his State of the State address as well.
Digging a little deeper on education, we know that it is setting up to be a big theme as the new superintendent, Ryan Walters, and the governor are looking to roll out education savings accounts. That plan struggled in the House last year. So what are the prospects for the new session?
I think what I would say is the investment that we make, all of these issues, talking about education, the investment that we're making today is training, is going to make sure that we're prepared over the next 10 years, over the next decade, to have a workforce. So we have to have this conversation. We've got to make sure that the parents in the state have choices, that they shouldn't just be married to the zip code that they live in. I think that's extremely important. It's worked for other states. Making sure that teacher pay is competitive as well. We want to make sure that we continue to bring up that teacher pay. And it is not just competitive regionally, but competitive across the country. We're not just competing regionally anymore. We're competing with 49 other states. So we understand that teachers are economic development directors. Our teachers are training the next generation of a workforce inside the state. We want it to be top 10. We want it to be the best that it can be, but we want to make sure that parents have more choices inside the state, more charter schools, more options for parents, but making sure that those neighborhood public schools are the best that they can be as well. That will continue to be a priority of the governor and myself.
You mentioned taxes. That perks the ears of Oklahomans, especially when it comes to maybe eliminating the grocery tax. You mentioned that. This failed last time, though, so why try it again? Do you actually expect something to change this time?
Yeah, we do. We've certainly heard good things from the speaker and the pro tem. Certainly the governor believes it. We're going after it again because, again, Oklahomans want it. Oklahomans understand that saving a little bit more at a grocery store, reducing the personal income tax as well, that's more money in the pockets of the 4 million people that live here inside the state of Oklahoma. That's money that's going to be reinvested inside the state of Oklahoma. So it will continue to be a priority of the governor to make sure that Oklahomans get to keep more of their hard-earned money.
Well, Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell, thanks so much for sharing time with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much.
All right, later on today, Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much. Later on today, you can watch our coverage. We'll bring you live coverage of the governor's address here on News 9. Look for Lisa Monahan and Colby Thielen's expanded coverage starting at noon, and then the speech actually starts at 12:45.
And we'll also bring you live streaming coverage on our apps for your smart TV, your phone, and on news9.com.